What is up, YouTube and all my fish keeping friends? How's it going out there in Fish Tank Land? This doesn't look good. I'm looking at my stream and it looks really bad. It looks like I'm dropping a bunch of frames. Whole bunch of frames. Which is really unfortunate. Yeah, it looks really choppy. Like, really bad, actually. And I don't know what is happening. If the internet that I'm on is bad right now. This is awesome. I probably should have done a little test beforehand. But I usually, you know, it's been really, really good. And I'm trying to keep an eye on it and watch here and see what happens. I'm not actually an hour early because we do not... That's where there's a problem here. It's all this daylight savings time. We do not do daylight savings time here. How is it looking? It looks really bad on my end, honestly. It looks like I'm dropping like 84% of my frames, and that normally does not happen at all. Makes me think there's something wrong with the internet today. Somebody let me know in the chat how it's looking on your side. It looks really bad on my side. It's all funked up. Yep, it looks pretty bad. This is really unfortunate. I don't know what's going on. All I can say is that the internet is refusing to... You can hear me fine. Well, I don't understand why it's dropping so many frames. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. Kind of a bummer. Because I don't like to do crappy, choppy streams. Yeah, it's dropping everything. It's dropping 84% on my side is what it looks like. Looks like I'm actually only getting between 17. It doesn't look good at all. Very frustrating. Well, I don't know what to do. I can hang out here for a little bit, but this kind of stuff just really frustrates me. It's hard for me to look at so much being dropped. So many frames being dropped. I think that there's something wrong with the internet connection here. That's all I can think of. Sorry, I'm just a little distracted here. This is really unfortunate. This is not how I want to do it. Not at all how I want to do it. And I can't change the settings as long as I'm live. Okay, I'm back. It's still looking pretty bad, but it's not dropping as much. I lowered my frame rate or whatever. I changed something. It's still kind of bad, but it's not horrible. It's still kind of bad though. Anyways, how's everybody doing today? I just wanted to come in here and do my Sunday live stream. I guess I need to talk to somebody over at the internet, at the old internet company, and see what's going on. I haven't paid my bill this month. It is non-profit kind of thing. I don't necessarily have to pay. It's more of a donation, but they kind of do expect some money from me. So maybe that's the issue. Maybe they lowered my bandwidth because I haven't been giving them. I didn't give them any money so far this month. It could just be that it's Sunday and everybody's going crazy and playing on the internet. It could be that as well. But this is not my style of a stream, that's for sure. I probably won't do a whole hour here because this is just going to frustrate me really, really, really bad. Yeah, it's going to chop in and out. It's still kind of choppy. I can't lower it any less than 2,000 KB, and I'm not getting 2,000 KB through. It's not even pushing that, but I lowered it to 2,000. Okay, fine, whatever. I'm going to pretend like everything's okay, even though I can see the numbers on this side and it's not okay. So, how's everybody Sunday doing? I'm happy to be here. Been playing around with some more lights. I got some more lights and just having fun with that. I actually have some other stuff coming in as well. I do have 4 more tanks ordered. I got the bug to do some wild bettas. Kind of have this idea of doing some wild bettas. I really am enjoying them. I've been doing a little research on them and trying to see which one would be perfect for me for a first beta. Let me go ahead and go through the chat. Let me try to focus here and stop looking at the numbers on my stream. And let's see. There's all kinds of cool people up in here. Ashley, thanks for coming in and hanging out. I have Twin City Guppies. King Lee, how are you? Steve's Fishy Palace. I want to call him Steve's Shrimp Shrimpery and more. I still want to call him that. Aquatic Jack, how are you? Teresa Cookie, what's up? So, Mad Tanks, how are you? Good to see you in here in the chat as well. If you also check out Mad Tanks, he makes some really awesome signs. I'm working on getting a sign to go back here above this tank, right up there. A clock. I want a clock. He's got a couple of different. He's got a lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool equipment, and he does signs out of wood. Cool stuff. So you should check out his channel. I don't know if he has anything about the signs on his channel. I think he does. He's got a website as well. I think it is just actually Mad Tanks with a Z.com. Yeah. Anyways, let me get to the bottom of the chat. So cool to have you guys in here. You guys are my fish club, my fish community. It's good to see you guys. It's my weekly dose of fish community. I did put on the shirt today. Oh, it's all blocked up by my microphone, but I have my fish tube shirt on today. Sporting that. I didn't even really wear it at the Aquatic Experience. I was trying to promote my channel. I had my shirt on most of the time, but I did get one of them, and I really do like it. It's a cool shirt. I will be sporting it in my live streams here and then. Maple Street Aquatics, how are you? Good to see you up here in the chat. Simply Fish Life, Knackered Aquarist, Aquatic Jack, if I didn't already say it. Reels Tanks, how are you? Good to see you up in here. Carbon Really, I did see you up in here in the chat as well. Cool deal. Let's see. I'm trying to keep an eye on any questions. My last video was a guppy collecting video, which is like over 70,000 views, which is really, really crazy. And it's actually, that video has also pushed me over 8,000 subscribers. I'm at about 8,600 plus subscribers today, which is really crazy. I know it's not all about the numbers, but it would be really nice to get to 10,000 because then I'll have my community tab. I really look forward to being able to share stuff with you guys. You know, I do post pictures on Facebook, but it would be really awesome to be able to share some photographs, some nice photographs that I've taken of my shrimp or my fish and stuff like that, but through the YouTube platform, not having to go over to Facebook. I try to stay away from Facebook if I can help it. I do have an Instagram, and I put a lot of my photography on Instagram as well. But yeah, photography, I'm working on it. It's like Chris Lukup says, he doesn't consider himself a photographer. He just knows how to push the button. But I'm definitely working on that. And I've been distracted today as well, trying to catch up with everybody else's live streams. There's been a lot of people streaming today. And of course, we had the daylight savings time, so everything kind of changed up. And we don't acknowledge daylight savings times here in the Virgin Islands. So it is 2:15 here for me. Let me check. Yeah, 2:13 for me right now. And I know that it's not the same on the rest of the East Coast of the United States, I guess. But I'm gonna have to figure out what I can do so that when my notifications go out for my live stream, that it shows up right for you guys. It's just the way it is. It's kind of it's crazy. We're like Arizona. I believe they don't observe daylight savings time as well. Rack from River Life, how are you? Yeah, nice shirt, huh? Pretty snazzy shirt. I like it. I've been trying to figure out who came up with the hashtag a fish tube, and I believe it was Kasha from Creative Pet Keeping kind of came up with it and passed it along to Rob. She actually made these graphics and then passed it along to Rob from Flip Aquatics, and he went ahead and did his deal with that. Rachel O'Leary, it's good to see you in the chat. I just finished watching your stream. I love your fish room. I'm a little jelly, especially with all the wild fish that you have, those wild bettas. I was trying to get some advice from you in regards to killifish. I'm really interested in a beginner's killifish. That would be really, really cool if you could recommend something, a species that would be good as a beginner's kind of killifish project. And then I'm also been talking to some people, some of the girls in the beta community. Supposedly beta fish are for girls. I'm not even going with that. I don't agree with that. And I'm going to change that if that is a thing. But I'm really into wild caught fish, obviously, and I'm very much interested in wild bettas. There's some really beautiful ones out there, and I'm playing around with the different different pHs and stuff like that. I know that some of the wild betta fish definitely have a very, very acidic water parameters, like 3.5, 4, stuff like that. Some of that might be a little hard for me, so I'm trying to find something in the middle of the road there a little bit. Sorry about the stream being a little choppy. I do not know what's going on with my internet connection. Something's acting up, and that's really, truly unfortunate. But it's a real bummer. I'm actually had to reduce my my settings so that I can stream even a little bit okay today. Normally, I'm streaming a very, very high quality and pushing through, you know, a whole, you know, a megabyte per second through. Anyways, so I really do have to apologize for that. Let's see. Betas are, yes, exactly. Betas are for everyone. But I'm definitely interested in wild bettas and some bettas that are not, you know, that are kind of endangered or protected, critically endangered species. I'm really into that kind of stuff. That's really important to me. Conservation is really important to me, and working with those kind of fish is awesome. So, you know, please keep that in mind. Any of you that some people have mixed feelings about taking fish from the wild. I don't take anything from the wild that I don't plan on making sure I give it the proper home parameters and everything. I want it to feel at home as best as possible, and anything I take from the wild, I do pretty much have a plan to breed it at one point or another. To me, there's no reason to be taking things from the wild if you're not going to actually try to do something with them. And I wouldn't want to keep anything that's critically endangered or anything like that unless it was unless I was going to breed it. You know, the Mica splendids, that's kind of gotten wild. They were like, they're endangered, or critically endangered or protected. But it's like everybody's got a Mica splendids now. But I still would like to get a little group of those. That would be a fun one, especially with all the traveling that I do. It would be really nice to be able to have a live bear that I know is not really going to eat its fry like guppies will tend to do. So that would be a fun one for me as well. I'm just trying to find realistic fish that I can keep, because I do like to travel, and I've got a lot of stuff lined up in the future here in regards to going out to not necessarily collect species, but to observe them in the wild. I love to do underwater photography, cinematography, stuff like that. I did film yesterday underwater. Unfortunately, all I have is a GoPro right now for underwater photography, or instead of cinematography. But I did I collected like 75 wild guppies yesterday for a couple of friends, and of course I'm gonna pick out the really, really nice ones and add them to my breeding program here at home. But that's a fun one for me, just being able to play with local wild guppies. And I'm really want to get these DNA tested. I don't know if I need to go to someone like Adrian HD or somebody in the hobby that actually can help me with DNA testing. But I believe I have Obscura. I do not believe that these are reticulata or anything like that. I think this is the newer species of guppy, of Plosilia, that has been found in Trinidad and Tobago. I really do think they're very connected. I've looked at many pictures of the ones from Trinidad and Tobago, the Obscura, and these are like spot on identical. So I'd love to get these DNA tested, because they just look too much like the ones from Trinidad and Tobago. So about a year and a half ago, they have classified through DNA testing that there is a third species of live bear from the tropics, and they're calling it Placilia obscura from Trinidad and Tobago. It's specifically found in like one river, supposedly a couple, like one or two little waterways in Trinidad. But I don't know. I think that's what I have. I think that's what we have here in the U.S. Virgin Islands as well. Big City Betas, good to see you in the chat. Candy Overhauls, hello, how are you? I'm going to have to cut and paste some of these species, Rachel, because I really want to check them out. And I really appreciate your opinion. I know you like your nano fish, and I'm kind of stuck in that kind of nano world. Unfortunately, being here in the U.S. Virgin Islands, I'm limited as to tank sizes. So I got a lot of 10 and 20-gallon tanks, and that's one reason why I'm interested in the beta fish, especially some critically endangered betas. Something where I could actually be supporting the hobby and doing some kind of conservation effort at the same time. Which is something, if I were to get involved in, I'm looking forward to actually getting involved in some kind of a program where I can not just be working with fish and conservation, but trying to create some capital, some funding for some other organization. One of the most beautiful things that I feel like I can do by having this channel is not just have a community and hang out with you guys, but it's also about giving back to the earth, to the community, and everything like that. Rachel, you have a good one. Yeah, I know you got your hands full. It's a Sunday. You have a good day. Safe travels. Drive safe out there. And good luck with your phone. Thanks for popping in. I really do appreciate it. Let's see. Pamela, 54 Punchy. Miss Punchy, how are you? Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you in here. Let's see. Secret History Living in Your Aquarium. Alexander Williamson. Welcome, sir. How are you? Let's see. Rachel, I'm sorry. Ashley, thank you so much for posting those. And Candy, thank you for posting those links. I really do appreciate that. I really don't have time to play with that right now. And once again, I'm still trying not to look at the numbers over here on this other computer on my streaming machine, which looks really bad, and I have nothing else open. Keeps making me want to go back and look and see what I have open. Nothing. I've just I've upset the internet, I guess, today. Science Gal Aquatics, how are you? Good to see you in here. DPK Fish Aquariums, welcome. Let's see. Aquatic Jack, what did you say? You're both my betas may bubble nest, but I don't have any females yet. Yeah, that'll happen. They're gonna get in that mood one way or the other, especially if you have good parameters. They're gonna start doing that. Any male beta that I've ever had, I have had some betas before, and the males will make bubble nests always. Let's see. Okay, well, as long as it looks good, that's awesome. I still need to go talk to the old internet people because, yeah, I think they reset my internet back down to a different setting. Any questions? I'm just chilling out today. I've been going crazy with the water changes. As you can see, the tank back here is getting better. I am using salt, marine salt, minimal water changes just to help get the gunk out of the tank now that I'm starting to kill off some of that bacteria with the salt. And it's definitely slowing it down. The tank is definitely getting better. I'm really happy about that. It's just that tank had a really heavy heterotrophic bacteria bloom in there. It was super thick, so it's going to take a while to kick it back. Now the other tank, the other shrimp tank that I had bacteria bloom in, it was really light. I caught it early, kicked it, and it's not coming back. So I'm really happy about that. So I know that I can get it. I just have to really dilute that that bacteria out of the water and get it replaced with other nitrifying bacteria and stuff to kind of balance out the nitrogen cycle there. Let's see. Bubble nesting and beta splendens means nothing. Females make them too sometimes. Yeah, there you go. That's the beta queen. The beta queen in the house. She knows her stuff, that's for sure. Every time if I can get a chance, I try to pick her brain a little bit because I'm trying to learn. Trying to learn about the old bettas. Let's see. That's a long one. Alex is even going to check out the... Yeah, that would be an awesome... I'm not going that direction anytime soon. But I would love to go once I get the money. That's an expensive trip. My next trip, if I can make it work, is Brazil. I look forward to going to Brazil in January. I'm going to have to get a second job again. But it's all worth it. Something like that. I definitely look forward to hitting not Germany. I'm thinking Germany because I'm thinking about Chris Lukaup. I look forward to going with him to Brazil. He hasn't given me dates for sure, but I'm gonna harass him until he lets me go. It's one of those experiences I just can't say no to, and I'm gonna do what I can to be there. Kind of like going to Peru. It's like one of them things where I had to be there. There wasn't an option. I had to go. Dwayne even said that himself. He was like, he just knew it was just one of the things you had to do. It was a once in a lifetime opportunity. Let's see. Candy's retracting messages. Let's see. Punchy. Get your coffee. Get your coffee. Don't worry about it. Do what you gotta do. I've already had a lot of coffee today. I've moved on to Monster Energy. The bad stuff. Rule of thirds. You know what? Hey, Ashley? I'm just going to take a deep breath. It is what it is. Rule of thirds. Let's see. Oh, people are talking amongst themselves about puffers eating snails. Yeah, puffers definitely need to be dewormed. And catfish is another one like that where you're just going to want to make sure you deworm them. I prefer to use levamisole. I do use General Cure. It will work for a little bit of stuff, but which is actually metronidazole and preziquattle. So metronidazole, preziquattle, they will help with internal parasites, but I really do prefer levamisole. It's actually a sheep and goat dewormer. It's very powerful. You have to dilute it a lot to use it in the aquarium without, so you don't damage your fish. But I really do like levamisole as a dewormer. Right now, that's my number one, unless somebody steers me into something, it's onto something else that's less harmful for the fish. That would be awesome too. Let's see. You are an obsessed nerd, Amber. Yes, you are. That is completely true, but you have a wealth of knowledge that others don't. So I look forward to seeing some videos from you in regards to these wild bettas. Help educate me before I get too deep. I'm working on a tank right now actually for wild bettas, and I'm gonna go ahead and cycle it for about 3 months is what I'm looking forward to, at least 3 to 4 months. It's gonna be really heavy on leaf litter. It's going to be a black water aquarium similar to, you can't see it, but there's a black water tank, 55 long right behind me. That's my Amazon biotope tank with breeding pair of angelfish and Corridoras CW109s, which I collected in Peru earlier this year. Oh, I'm making noises. Watch out. Well, I'm glad that the stream is not horrible right now. 16% of the frames are dropping, but if nobody's really complaining about it and everybody's sticking around, I got 43 people fighting through it with me. I'll need to just shut my face. Yeah, the guppies have different DPK fish aquariums. Yeah, the guppies that I've been collecting, they definitely have different patterns. The males, no two males are exactly the same, but there's definitely some similarities that I'm seeing, and there is some characteristics that definitely remind me of an Endler. That's why I think that these are the Obscura, because they're a little bit different and they're a little more related to an Endler. So I'm definitely into that. So we'll see what happens with those. I'm interested in seeing who I can find to help me in regards to in regards to doing DNA testing on those. Adrian HD definitely gets involved in that kind of stuff, but I'm not sure if he can help me out with that. Maybe he can at least point me in the right direction to maybe a university or something like that that would be interested in doing some testing on them for me. Sky High Aquariums, how are you? I don't know if you're streaming after me. All this daylight savings time has got me all confused, seeing how we don't observe it, but I'm trying to get it right so that my stream shows up. You know that my notifications make sense and I'm not confusing everybody. Oh, don't bring me bettas to an expo. I don't know how safe that is, but it's probably better than putting them in the mail. It'd be quicker than putting them in the mail, and at least I could put them into a tank and observe them and keep them happy while they're at the convention or whatever, an expo or something like that, and then get them home in my luggage or on a carry-on and not have to worry about putting them in the mail. So that probably is the best thing, which that would probably be Aquashella, if I can make Aquashella. Honestly, if I have to pick between Aquashella and going to Brazil, I'm going to pick Brazil. Sorry, guys. But, you know, I don't think anybody blames me. Maybe I can get Dinnerlay to sponsor me and I can get them to pay for it. There's always that dreamy idea. Not that I want to sell out or have a sponsor, but I would love to... I would love for it to be cheaper for me to travel to some of these places and observe some of these biotopes and stuff like that. The content that I got yesterday is going to be really nice, though, because I did get the GoPro to work for me. So I got some nice shots underwater of these little biotopes where these wild guppies are found, and they are really nice. I mean, and the biotope isn't nothing special. It's going to be some string algae, and we don't have any aquatic plants that I know of. I've never found or observed any here on this island, anyways, and. But the water is only like 3 or 4 inches deep, and they are a very hardy guppy, that's for sure. It seems like, yeah, Alex. It seems like a lot of people want these guppies just to mix with their population to help thicken up the gene pool, the genetics, and make their guppies a little bit more hardy, a little hardier, something like that. So, I don't know. Greg Jones, what is up? How are you doing? Happy Sunday to you as well, sir. Good to see you in the chat here. I'm glad you pop in. It reminds me about my aquarium box that's coming in the mail. It comes in the mail every month. My monthly Christmas present. I really do enjoy it. I'm ready for another my aquarium box, to be completely honest. It's been a while, it feels like. It's been long enough. If you guys do not know about the My Aquarium Box, which I'd be completely surprised seeing who is in my stream right now, the My Aquarium Box is a monthly subscription box that you can get just like all the other fun little ones the girls get with makeup and stuff like that. But it is an aquarium fish keeping subscription box that you get monthly. They have a saltwater, freshwater box. They have a lot of different foods available as well on their website. They have hardscape, they have driftwood, they have all kinds of cool stuff. But the box is really awesome because it's a mixture of little surprises, different stuff. You never really know what's going to be in it, which is what makes it fun. I enjoy it. There's always something in there that I'm happy to find. It's a cool deal. I do have a product code. I do have a I don't know what you want to call it. What's the right word for it? Anyways, it is a discount code. Aha, there we go. My brain's starting to work a little bit today. I have a discount code for my aquarium box. It's the only thing that I'm even tiny bit affiliated with. It is going to be MABJH. If you go to the My Aquarium Box website and you order the My Aquarium Box, you put in the MABJH discount code there. That's going to give you $5 off your first My Aquarium Box. And I have to say, it is totally worth it. I've been getting it for over a year now, and probably about 2 years now almost. And I'm very happy with it. I've never had a box that I was disappointed with. And I think that is a good thing, you know, for me, honestly, to be able to say that. that means it's a good product. Plus, it's made with love. You know, it's Mike from Mass Aquariums and Greg Jones, and they work really hard together to do this. It's a total shoestring operation. You know, it's out of his basement, and they've worked really hard to work their way up. Promo code. That's not. There we go. Discount code, promo code. That works. It's a discount code. It'll get you $5 off your first My Aquarium Box. Yeah. So, hope you guys are all having a good Sunday. I hope the weather's beautiful, and if it is, I have to say, get outside. Don't spend your day inside playing on the computer. I do not recommend that. I know it's pretty nice out here, and I will probably either, if nothing else, I might take the dog for a walk to the beach and let him go play in the ocean, do a little fetch. I'm probably not going to get in the ocean, but I'll take him out and throw the ball into the water and make him go get it a few times. That's always good. He loves to play in the water. What am I selling besides t-shirts, almond leaves? Yes, I am working on a storefront on getgills.com, which Dan from Dan's Fishes, he has started a website, which is more of like a community website. There's multiple storefronts on the website, and people are selling their fish and products and stuff like that. I'm going to start there. I do need to just go ahead and get my website up and running. I guess I've just been a little scared because well, if it's good, I'm going to have to quit my day job because, you know, the time and energy it takes to package things and get them in the mail, and, you know, hit the post office with 4 or 5 boxes a day and get them in there. I can't do my day job and do that at the same time, but that would be really, really awesome if I could not just supplement my income with that, but go all the way that direction. That's a true dream, a dream come true. I'm sure it's a dream come true for a lot of us to be able to do that. KG Cichlids, how are you? Welcome to the stream. I haven't seen KG Tropicals. I guess he's watching the game. Everybody's a little distracted with the old football, so which isn't my thing. So I think that's where KG Tropicals is. He's watching the football game. But yeah, I'm working on getgills.com. I do have a page on there. I don't have any product available there, but it's going to be a lot of dried botanicals, almond leaves, mango leaf, West Indian bay leaf, banana palm frond, stuff like that. And then I will be trying to get rid of some of my shrimp. I've got about 2,000 yellow King Kong shrimp in this tank. I've got well over 150 blue bolts in another tank in the other room, and I am going to have to start getting rid of them. Like, it's either that or I'd have to get another tank and split them. But the colonies are huge. I used to be a beekeeper, and the same thing happens with bees. You get to a certain point, and you have to split those hives. They could crash, or they're just going to take off on you anyways. So these guys can't fly away, so they're just going to crash if I don't split these colonies. Let's see. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the chat over here. Cobweb Cavern is asking about breeding corridors. I personally have not bred corridors. I would like to breed the corridors I have in here, but I do have 2 bumblebee catfish in that tank. And I believe that they have even tried to breed already and spawn and put some eggs on the glass and stuff. But I'm pretty sure that the bumblebee catfish, there's 2 of them in there. I'm pretty sure that they're eating the eggs. And if not, the angelfish would take the eggs right off the glass because they eat their own eggs. So I don't see why they wouldn't eat the corridor's eggs. So I really have to get them in their own tank, I think, to properly breed them. My Epistogramma rubroleniatus, which are in this bow-faced 29-gallon right behind me, they're pretty much ready as well. I do have a coolie loach in there, and he is causing a problem there. He's probably eating the eggs. I haven't seen any eggs yet, but they should be spawning in there somewhere. I've got plenty of little spots for them, but I think that my coolie loach is getting at them. So there's another mistake there. You know, that's the one reason why I don't get into community tanks. I started out with community tanks. I think we all started out with like a community tank. But in reality, especially when you get a little bit deeper into this hobby, did you use your ears ringing there, John? Were your ears ringing? Were you burning? Were your ears burning? Did you hear me talking about you? But yeah, I think when you get a little bit farther along in this hobby, you start doing species tanks, especially if you want to breed, because you start creating a community tank, and that's going to totally get in the way. A lot of times, it will get in the way of breeding those fish, or giving those, making those fish comfortable enough to breed, or to not eat their eggs because they're worried about the other species in the tank getting to the eggs before they do, things like that. So I'm very much into species tanks. It seems like every time I mix species in a tank, it causes me a problem down the road, if nothing else with the other species eating the eggs. So I've totally gotten away from that. Let's see, any other questions? I'm just chilling. Greg Jones. The best way that I found to dry leaves, time. I've been researching how they do it in Indonesia and Thailand and stuff, and they have lots of equipment, and so they've invested in the equipment. They literally have a machine that's called a leaf press. It's called a leaf press. So they collect the leaves. They may or may not boil them to sterilize them. I boil my leaves I blanch them, not for a long time. I don't want to pull all the tannins out, but I do blanch the leaves, and then I have to completely re-dry them again. And that's a real pain because as soon as they start to dry, they want to curl back up again. So collecting leaves for me, I've found to be a real pain because I'm not like some Indonesian kid or someone that's like made it their full-time business. It definitely takes some time, and you have to do it in a major bulk fashion in order to actually make your money off of it and it not take up a lot of your time. But they press the leaves, and then they probably dry them in a dehumidifier while they're pressed still, so that they don't curl up while they're drying. They definitely have a little bit of a process that they do over there in Indonesia and Thailand, so that when you get them in the mail, they're all flat, perfectly flat, like a piece of paper in a plastic bag. Believe it or not, it does take a little bit of work to get them like that. So yeah, pressing them on their paper is not going to do it. Yeah, I press mine between two pieces of plywood, and it takes a long time for them to dry. Once they're pressed between two pieces of plywood, it takes a few days. It takes about 3 days to get them fully dried after I've blanched them and done that. Let's see. I'm just trying not to get too quiet here, but I'm just looking through the chat. There's all kinds of good people chatting about cool stuff in here. Oh, it has been funny. I just see someone talking about mosquito fish and minnows, which reminds me, I have been getting a lot of viewers, probably some people in here from India. That last video I did on collecting guppies, it got me about 1,000 subscribers and nearly 100,000 views on my channel in the last 2 weeks, which has taken me over 400,000 views, and I've only been on YouTube for about not even a year and a half. Anyways, a lot of crazy comments from those guys over there in India. A lot of people are telling me that my wild guppies, that they're minnows or that they're mosquito fish. And I'm getting all kinds of stuff, people telling me those aren't guppies, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I know they're guppies. They're definitely guppies. Just whether or not they're actually the obscura, that would be really, really cool. Michael's Fish Room. Michael, oh, I'm dropping stuff over there. Michael's Fish Room, how are you? It's good to see you up in here hanging out on a Sunday afternoon. Very, very nice. How to Flatten Leaves by Joseph Hardin. Yes, that's a book. We'll write a book. One of my first books. There we go. I was offered to write a book with Chris Lukaup, and yeah, we'll see when that happens. And what would it be on? Drying leaves. How to Dry Leaves by Joseph Hardin. How to flatten and dry leaves. Oh boy. Yeah, give away all the secrets. Let's see. Ghost fish in Florida, I'm pretty sure you can find them there. I can find ghost shrimp. Did I say ghost shrimp? Yes, ghost shrimp. We have those here. We have 5 different species of microbrachium and shrimp. I do have to stand corrected in my video that I made about 8 months ago, 6 or 8 months ago, on shrimp and invertebrates here in the U.S. Virgin Islands. I did a video on that. I did a lot of really cool underwater cinematography in there. Unfortunately, I guess it's as cool as you're going to get with a GoPro. But I put that out, and I misidentified. I called it a microbrachium because that's what it was. So I identified it properly by its species name, but I called it a crayfish at the same time. A microbrachium is not a crayfish. They're two different things. So there is no crayfish here in the Virgin Islands, and I was stood corrected by Chris Lookout, who said he's done a lot of work, and he's pretty sure there's no crayfish in these areas. So as far as I know, that is true. I've been working with the university, and if I found a crayfish, yeah, I'd make some papers. I'd make some university papers and stuff like that. But nothing so far. But all kinds of cool shrimp. Yes, we have ghost shrimp here. And I've been thinking about collecting those and seeing if I can breed those in captivity. It probably would be actually hard because I'm RDIing my water now. And the water out here in the wild is about 8.2 pH. And the hardness is well over 1,000. It's liquid rock with a super, super high pH. So I have brought some back and put them in water that was a lot cleaner, that had about 100 parts per million, and they won't make it in that. They need that hard water. That's what they're used to, and shrimp are sensitive. They ended up dying on me. They couldn't take that clean of water and that soft of water. We do have a goby I still haven't found. We have a blue-green goby that I haven't personally found yet, and that's still on my list. I'd really like to find that here locally. If nothing else, just to get some good photography of it. Some nice pictures and maybe a video or something of them. Yeah, I just got caught. Amber caught me. Consuming the monster. No lecturing, no lecturing. It is horribly bad stuff. Yep, I'm guilty as charged. Consuming the poison water. The poison water, that's for sure. Audrey Flores, how are you? I didn't say hi yet, but it's very nice to see you here in the chat. And Michael, I'm gonna have to get some guppies from you eventually. I need a new house, man. I need more room. I need more room. Cause there's guppies I want. There's bettas I want. There are killifish that I want. I want some Amica splendens. I need 20 more fish tanks, like right now. And I want to split up my shrimp so that I can more selectively breed the shrimp, which is more tanks. I might get into some like little cheap plastic, like 5 gallons, so that I can selectively breed some shrimp, just putting like trios of shrimp in those little 5 gallons, which is a tempting idea. I think that's something that that Priscilla MK Arts, she's been doing that. She's gotten some of those 5-gallon dinner lay tanks from Chris Lookup. Like a hole in the head. What would I do without you? What would I do without all those wonderful comments? Y'all keep me on my toes. Keep me in check. Keeping me in check. Did Rachel give me a species of killifish? I think she did. And I'm gonna have to go watch my chat again and check for some species names. Because I was trying to cut and paste them, but I didn't get that. But yeah, I'm interested in some killifish, you know, and I guess maybe just getting some eggs from somebody in like wet peat moss, like actually having them send me eggs and I hatch the eggs myself and go from there. You know, I have been reading up on killifish. It seems like a lot of killifish are an annual fish. They only live for about a year, which is kind of crazy. But it's totally worth it. They're really beautiful little, you know, I consider it a beautiful nano fish that I could definitely do in a 20-gallon tank. I do have a minnow trap. I don't use it. Where is it? It's in the other room. I have one that I bought off of Amazon, and I've used it, but used it like once, but I don't use it. I don't mess with it. A lot of the places where I collect fish, the water is way too shallow. You couldn't put a trap like that in the water. It's just not gonna fit. It's not gonna be submerged. Um, Even when I was in Peru, a lot of I mean, there's the waterways that we were in, yes, and some of the rivers, but at the same time, the places where we were finding things like killifish and bumblebee catfish and stuff like that, we were finding them in about 2 or 3 inches of water. You know, about 4 or 5 centimeters of water and leaf litter, and they're just hiding underneath the leaves and puddles of water where the Amazon rainforest starts to dry up in the winter time, and there's just these random little pools of water in the swampy areas where you know, in the monsoon season that whole area is flooded, so the water level drops and rises, you know, 6-7 feet in some places in Peru and in the Amazon jungle. So these fish are designed to deal with as much water as they can get and as little water as they can get, like up to, you know, somebody was talking to me the other day. Who was that? I believe it was Big City Bettas, talking about some fish being found in like less than a centimeter of water. Like, that's crazy. But you know, life will find a way when it comes to a lot of these fish. They are tough creatures, and they do what they have to do to survive. Pretty wild stuff. I know that we were finding bumblebee catfish, and we were finding some killifish in about 3 centimeters of water in little puddles. That's the only place we found killifish, were in puddles. Little puddles of water, not in any waterway, any actual stream. Oh, now I'm making noises. Lisa, KG Tropicals. Lisa, I really enjoy your live streams. I want to see more live streams from you. And while we're all sitting here and I see a bunch of other awesome female content creators in here, you all need to come together. I would like to see you, Lisa, I would like to see you doing like a Google Hangouts, like kind of a girls get together, and you know, really help pump up and support the female population of fish keepers and hobbyists here on the platform and just in the hobby, period. It would be really awesome. I really do like like how well you hold down a live stream, and I think that you could run it. You could run a really nice live stream and get some of these other girls in there, Big City Beta, Teresa, and Ashley, and other people that you know, 54 Punchy, other people that are involved in the community, and but actually get some people on to hang out and chat with you, like get a little panel going and talk it up and talk about fish. That would be awesome. And you know, if you want to do it, you know, it's not about, there's no push unless you're really into doing it, but I think that it would be fun. I'd enjoy watching it, and you know, there's Science Gal Aquatics as well, and of course there's all, you know, there's Taylor, and there's Kasha from Creative Pet Keeping. There's a lot of really cool, very knowledgeable female fish keepers, breeders, and hobbyists that would be really interested. And you probably get a lot of male viewers as well, and then we all come in and hang out and watch all the girls talk about fish. And I look forward to seeing some content on your channel, specifically in regards to those discus fish, your tank. That would be really cool. Anyways, what else we got? Jurassic Fish Park. Cute. You got a streaming webcam and it's in a box beside you. It shouldn't be in the box. It should be connected to the computer, ready to rock and roll. Ready to rock and roll. Yeah, right? Still in the box. Take it out of the box, Pamela. Well, don't just open it up. Plug it in. That's let's see. I don't know where I'm at. I'm getting close to my hour. I'm chilling out. Is anybody streaming after me? Anybody know what's up with the what's up? Is anybody streaming after me? I'm happy that I'm still holding about 17% dropped frames, but whatever. Like I said, if you guys aren't complaining about it, it's better than nothing. But I'm going to work on things over the week and see where I'm at. And hopefully it'll be better next weekend. Hopefully it will be better next weekend. I'll do some tests before I stream next weekend and see what's up. Check it out. Check it out. Yes, you need a webcam. If you've got the funds, I would recommend doing what I'm doing. If you already have a nice SLR, a DSLR camera, you definitely want to make sure that it is compatible with the device. But there's a company called Elgato, which definitely work. You know, they mainly work with a lot of like gaming hardware and stuff like that. But they have a piece of equipment called the Elgato Cam Link, and that Elgato Cam Link, you can plug it USB into your computer and then plug it into your DSLR, which is what I'm doing now. And I think the device is about $130, what I paid for it. But I'm running with my Sony a6500 as my webcam right now, so I'm actually, it's set on full 4K, but I'm pushing through only 1080p at 60 frames per second. So that's the other half of it, is I am trying to push through a lot of video, and normally my internet can handle it like a champ, but that's where I'm having the problem, is I'm trying to really push through a lot of like high definition video, and that's where it's bottlenecking when my internet is not up to speed today. It's getting a little bit better, it seems like, but it's not there. Everybody's on their computer today. It seems like an extra busy weekend on the internet. Everybody on the island is probably playing around on the internet. Yeah, Lisa, it'll work better out of the box. Yeah, I would love to see Pamela. I would love to see you doing some stuff. I would really like to see you do a live stream while you're painting one of your paintings or something. Like, if you know, some of you might not know, but 54 Punchy, she is a very accomplished artist, and she has some incredible pieces of art, stuff that's in books and stuff like that, coffee table books and stuff like that. Really nice stuff. I really admire her art. But that would be really cool to have you like to do some art live, kind of like Priscilla does. I really do like your stuff. Yeah, the Sony Alpha series, awesome series. I have two of them. I have the Sony a6500, which is over there, and this is the a6000 body, which is nice, but the a6000 has some problems with it. It overheats after about if you're filming, it overheats after about 8 to 10 minutes. Well, 10 minutes the first time around, and then if you let it cool off and you try to go again, you get about 8 minutes every time after that, and then it shuts down on you. So I don't use the 6000 for anything at all. It's not even mine, actually. I need to give it back to somebody, but they've been letting me borrow it for a long time now. I'm actually using the lens. The lens that goes with it is on this camera right now. So I really just need to buy a stock lens, a stabilized, 16 to 50 lens, so I can give him back all this his camera. He's not missing it, but it's not mine. It'd probably be better off in his hands, just in case I break it or spill something on it. Yeah. Alrighty, I'm getting close to the end. I'm sad. Getting close to the end of my stream. But I'm just... whatever. I guess I'm going to do more water changes today. Seems like that's probably the best thing to do. Do a little water change on my paludarium. Do a water change on my 55 up here with my snowflake moray eel. Which would be a water change with... it's a saltwater aquarium, basically. Well, it's a brackish water aquarium, but I keep the salinity pretty high. I do have a prime lens. I have a 50 that came with the 6500, but I don't like the 50 for live streaming. I use the 50 for portraits and for filming flowers and stuff. But the 50 doesn't work for filming in my fish room because the camera would have to be way too far back. It's just a 50 prime. So I do like the 50 millimeter prime. It's a nice lens to have. Most of us that play with cameras know that that's a really good one to have in your arsenal. So it is nice to have that, but I need something a little bit more like a 16 or 18 to 55. That would be nice. Just because I can get a little bit closer up. It's for vlogging. Like a 50 millimeter prime, you can't vlog with that. You can't hold it in front of you. All you're gonna get is like a nostril or your nose, or your, you know, a piece of your face. You because it is a full frame deal. My camera is full frame. Sony a6500 is a full frame camera. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that my camera is a full frame. It's the 6500. I don't know, look it up. But it just shows a little piece of my face. Maybe we need to talk camera stuff later, Ashley. Not now. Okay, it's not. Well, whatever. I stand corrected. I don't know anything about cameras. I'm not going to pretend like I do. I know enough to make YouTube videos and to hold down this live stream and get a pretty picture of fish every once in a while. Okay, it's a crop sensor. That's good. That's good to know. Oh, 54 Punchy, you're funny too. Let's see. I need to get out of here. I'm supposed to be out of here. It's 3 o'clock. Who's streaming after me? Yeah, an up close and personal shot with their favorite fish tubers, boogers. And no, not so much. I can skip the booger shot. Oh boy. Oh, that's the shirt. Hey, look at that. Hey, supporting the old fish tube. Anyways, I'm not supposed to be on here anymore. I'm supposed to be out of here. I'm about 3 minutes over. It's 3:03 p.m. A little bummed that the stream is a little choppy today, but that's the way it is. I'm gonna have to figure that one out. We'll figure that one out. We'll figure it out. But let's see. Any other questions? Anything from anybody? Anything at all before I get out of here? I wanted to say, oh, well, he probably already left by now, but Friday Fish Facts, you have a good Sunday. I don't know if you were saying you were leaving or not. Water Wizard, how are you? It's good to see you up in here, though. I just catching you. Oddball Aquatics, how are you as well? In case I missed you earlier. Let's see. Oh, a code. Oh, Mad Tanks. You want me to be your affiliate? Let's see. I will have a great rest of my day, Lisa. I look forward to seeing another one of your live streams here soon enough. Really do. I think you got a really good camera presence. I really do think you do well. especially with bringing together all the female YouTubers. That would be really cool to see that happen and kind of create a solid little group. And I really look forward to seeing what happens with all of the with your discus. You got a really good deal on those discus, that's for sure. I was kind of jealous about that. I wish that I was not flying and I was driving, because I would have most definitely probably came home with a couple 75-gallon aquariums and lots of bags of fish, that's for sure. Uh-oh. No politics in here. No politics in here. No politicking in my stream. That's one thing I don't really like to talk about. Not in my stream. No religion, no politics. Strictly fish. Strictly fish. Fish politics. We can talk fish politics. Thank you, Daryl. I appreciate that. It's just the way I like it. Let's see. Yeah, Amber, why not? That would be fun. It'd be a good stream to watch. It would be fun. D from Down the Wormhole can come hang out. You guys can all do a nice little like panel and collab and yeah, talk about fish. It'd be fun. I mean, there's not too many people. I mean, Susan from SLC Aquatics, she does like an all girls live stream. That's pretty sweet. But I'd like to see what Lisa could do with that, or what any of y'all could do with it. There's plenty of room for everybody to just do their own thing. A lot of there's a lot of people in here I'd like to see more content from, and not just live streams. Videos are really awesome too. You know, they get you a lot more views, anyways, as well. Anyways, now I'm starting to ramble. Oh, Butch Cassidy, what a great idea. I wasn't going to go there, but yeah, that's a good idea. The Aquarium Fish Girl calendar. Oh, we're going to start getting in trouble now. We're going to start getting in trouble now. All right. Thank you for that video on the RODI unit. I just kind of slapped that together. I'm definitely going to be adding on to that and make it bigger. That's pretty much half the filtration. I'm planning I'll be making two different kinds of water. I'm going to create a whole new water filtration system in front of that that'll do just be sediment filter, carbon block, and then deionization beads. And that's going to get me hopefully about 15 parts per million. And then I'll use that for most of my aquariums, and there won't be any wastewater because I won't be using reversed osmosis, an RO membrane. And so there won't be any wastewater from that, which will be awesome. And then on top of that, if I really do need to do something else, for creating water for, say, my Caridina shrimp, if I really want to really bring the TDS down in something, or working with any kind of saltwater aquariums or my brackish water aquarium, I'm trying to breed something, I can take the water, I can go through the other section and take the water all the way down to 0 parts per million. And that'll also help lower the pH as well too. Mark's Aquatics, how are you? You just popped in right at the end of the stream, but it's good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Let's see. Yeah, Daryl Dimmer is quick on the draw there, I have to say. Yeah. Thank you, Daryl. I appreciate your hard work and effort there. Don't want to give you a gun. You might... You're quick on the draw there. That was awesome. You caught that before I could even read it. That disappeared off the screen. Oh boy, good stuff. Good stuff. Distilled water would work, but that's expensive. Yeah. And like I was just saying, you could, even with Caridina shrimp, there'll be if you can get 14, 15, or 20 psi. I'm sorry, TDS. Why am I said PSI? I'm all messed up. If you can get like 15 or 20 TDS, that's good enough for Caridina shrimp. You just want to keep the Caridina shrimp and the water column. You want to keep the water column in the tank. You want to keep it under about 100, 150 TDS after remineralizing it and stuff like that. But you could probably really get away with just doing like at least 2 sediment filters. Like I would go a little hardcore, especially, you know, I don't know, I like to just go all the way. But a couple of sediment filters, a couple of carbon blocks, and then deionization beads. So that's still like 5 stages. But you're just doubling up to this. I would do like 5 micron, 1 micron sediment filter, so 2 different sediment filters, and then at least 1 carbon block, and then deionization beads. So at least 4 stages, and you're gonna get like 15 or 20 TDS, and you're not gonna have any wastewater like you would have with an RO membrane. That's my recommendations would be after going all the way and getting an RODI system. And like I hate seeing all that water go down the drain, and I have no way to use it or water anything else with it. So alrighty, I'm gonna have to go ahead and get out of this stream. I'm 10 minutes over my mark. I don't think nobody's mentioned anybody else streaming after me. But Jeff Rose Fish, what's up, Jeff Rose Fish Keeping, popping in here right at the end of my stream. But it's good to see you, man. I really appreciate you popping in. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm gonna go do a little bit more water changes, make something really awesome for dinner. I want a big salad tonight. I'm feeling some greens, a big huge bowl of salad. That's what I'm thinking. But thank you guys for popping in. I really do appreciate it. You guys are my fish keeping community. You are my fish club, living here on this little rock that I live on in the Caribbean. So thank you guys for popping in. I appreciate all of your support. And yeah, it's awesome. And I don't know what else to say except I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Let's see. Have a good day. Let's see. Fish Keeping Jamaica is streaming, so and go check out that. Fish Keeping Jamaica is going to be streaming, and I think Corey's going to be streaming later on tonight, something like that. Yeah, salad sounds good, right? And there we go. See, it's hard for me to leave. Then now Dean's popping in. What's up, Dean? How are you? I'm harassing Michael every day, wondering what's going up, how the rain's going on, how the rain is over there in Peru, and I'm waiting to see if he can hustle me up some of those nano blue tetra, those Tambopatensis, the Titiocharax or Titocharax Tambopatensis. Yeah, there we go. Say it 1,000 times and I'll get it right. There we go. Anyways, yeah, I look forward to those nano blue tetra. We'll see if he can get me some of those boys there. I got a tank waiting for them right now. Okay, we're done. I'm out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I hope you enjoy it. Have some good times. Go outside. Enjoy the beautiful outdoors. Don't sit in front of the computer all day. And I'm going to hit the road. And remember, guys, keep your tanks clean, your fish fed, and have fun.